doesn't really have to be every day. You can do enough activity throughout the week, maybe 3 days in the week, then you can take off other days, right? So if you want to spread it out, you can, but the key is consistency. So every day, Monday to Friday, I focus on minimum 1 prospect, getting 3 referrals, which will lead me to more numbers to call to book at least 3 booked interviews and or QA, so 3 appointments I book, right? And then get at least 1 submit for premium or 1 IDA every single day. And I know this works because Cheryl didn't do much recruiting the month prior, and then last month she did pre-direct, which she hasn't done in a while. And then I asked her today in the car, I said, what made it, what difference did it make in May than it did in April? And she said, what did you say?
2 prospects, 2 invites.
2 prospects and 2 booked interviews a day only, right? 5 days in the week. And some days she didn't even hit her commitment, and I got on her. But I said, every single day, you cannot lay your head down until you meet your commitments, no matter what. And so, we were just talking through the month about that, and she got 3 directs and on the board, so cracking it. So it's really cool to see another example, so I can say, hey, it works, right? But that's my 2-minute idea.
The whole sister's wedding, you're not missing it. You're just here on the same thing. Yeah, no, let's make it clear, right? I don't want to make a bigger deal than something is, but Meredith, you and your husband own a, what do you call it, automotive shop?
Yeah, it is a mechanic and motorboard.
Right. So if, let's say someone's covering you and then they're not able to come, you're expected to go in, right?
Yes.
No matter what? Yeah, that's how business works. A lot of you guys don't view Primerica as a business. You view it as a hobby or something, right? And that's okay, but that's why you make something money and you make hobby money. I looked at it as one of the most important things in my life. That's why it pays me that way. Does that make sense? You guys know Anisha owns several restaurants, and she's starting to sell them off because it's just, in my opinion, a terrible business to own. But she's owned several Subways. She went from 4, now they're down to 2. She owns the Vitality Bowls in Arlington, and she's been looking for a buyer for like a year now. It's still profitable, but she just doesn't want to be in the business anymore. But the majority of her employees are $12 an hour, right? They will leave her for a 50% raise, and they should. Why shouldn't they? Right? If they can make more money for their family somewhere else, they should do that. Because DC has a higher minimum wage. If they just go across the bridge, they can get a few dollar raise. So you're constantly losing people, you're constantly training people and then losing them. And then you know what happens a lot of times? People call in. And who has to go? Her or one of her 2 partners have to go. What are you going to do? You're not going to open the store? It's a franchise. People are going to call corporate. You're going to get in trouble. That's how it works. You think you own a Subway, you can just close when you want, open when you want, do what you want. It doesn't work that way. So everybody wants a business owner lifestyle, but you don't understand what it takes. You have to be there. Someone has to be there. And if you can have the luxury of having a replacement, good for you. But if that replacement isn't there, it's going to be you. That's the mindset you got to have. People don't dump hundreds of thousands of dollars into a business and then decide not to show up one day because they got something else to do. Right? And we always talk about, hey, it's only $100 to join and there's no risk and you can work whenever you want. Yeah, but if you really actually view it that way and if you cheapen the opportunity, that's why you're not going to make any money here. Sometimes it's better if you pay 10 grand up front. Sometimes it's better. It would have been better if you had to make a bigger commitment. Right? So next we have Shondel. Last 2 months broke over 10,000 personal premium. But this month, close. How many transactions did you do? 9, right? So our goal between her and I is to get 3 transactions a week, which would come to 12, which would be 10,000. Just off the mark, but you were in Florida for a week, right? So really only 3 weeks of work, almost hit it. I know we're gonna get it this month. Give it up for Shondel. Woo-hoo. What does that mean? It follows you now?
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Do this for me. Just tell them what your workout was last Monday on Memorial Day. What was your workout? I just want you guys to hear this.
Okay, so I did a mile run, 100 pull-ups,
Oh, God.
200 push-ups, 300 air squats, which if you don't know what that is, that's just doing this 300 times, and then another mile run after that.
Jesus
How long did it take you?
46 minutes.
So anyone who does CrossFit, it's an annual workout that we have to do. I've avoided it for 7 years. It's impressive.
Yeah, so awesome. Thank you for that. But yes, I'm here for running about 8,000 production. Our team did 17 by 12,000, almost 13,000. I did want to shout out to Team Infinite and Marin and Mary Beth. They double-digit recruited as well, so that helped us. Yep. And then for me, just my major points of focus every single month, like Samir said, is just making sure I'm getting 3 sales a week to do that. And I mainly have been focusing on referrals. So just making sure I'm getting 5 to 10 referrals if I can from every single client that I meet with. If I can't get the 5 to 10, at least get something, whatever I can from them, right? So everyone you talk to, make sure you get a referral. Don't leave that appointment without getting some referrals. So fell a little short, got 9 sales this month, but it did average out. If I averaged I got 12 in March, 14 in April, and then 9 apps this month. So it averaged out to 12. The adjustments for me this month moving forward is just picking back up the numbers, getting to 10K minimum. I think we do need to create overall more competition within the office. 10K should be the starting point, right? We should be talking about that, not just getting to 10K, but everyone getting there and then working past that, right? Personal premium. So just getting to that and then working through not just referrals, but back in the field with new direct. So I'm looking for new competition on my team right now, really trying to spike that back up. I'm looking to break records this month, not just competing within the office, but competing against myself. So my personal premium record is 11,567. So pushing to beat that. And then Val, my record is 10 directs as well. So pushing to beat that this month. That should definitely bring in a lot of new talent, new competition within our team, and getting people back into the office and getting lunch. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on.